Hi, I'm Alex Campbell, and I'm the older brother of Niall down there. I'm also one of the main builders at Foxhill Trails, hence the team name Foxhillbillys. I work for myself. I like to see myself as a bit of an entrepreneur. I like to build things and make things and dabble with things, and I import a niche tobacco from the UAE called Docker, and when you smoke it, it makes you feel slightly dizzy. It's just because it's higher in nicotine. But
are you a drug dealer?
It sounds like a drug, but it's not. It's a completely legal substance. I like to ride little kids' bikes, as you can see over there.
Jeez.
Fucking hell.
I'm Niall Campbell. I do a lot of riding, BMX. I'm one of the 4 going on the Mongol rally, so should be sick. Studied biomedical science at King's College, London. I now don't use it at all. I work for a startup, so I do a bit of everything. I'm one of the original 3, but the company's growing rapidly. So keep an eye out for CV Shuffle. Take over the world shortly.
My name's Ryan Butler, and I do bodybuilding. Well, that's pretty much it, and I ride bikes. What else? What other questions?
What are you up to tomorrow, Ryan?
What are you doing?
I've got a powerlifting competition in Dover, so I'm going to go and lift heavy weights and put them back on the floor, pick them up a few more times, that sort of stuff. So.
My name's Remy Archer. I'm a director, filmmaker, direct circus shows. Direct circus shows with my company Circulus, check us out. We're actually closing very soon, so there's no point in you checking us out. I'm an ex-acrobat, so I'm doing a few flips every now and again.
Being in the Olympics?
Being in the Olympics, that's kind of misleading, but
Yeah.
was sort of competing and won gold.
Tell the story.
I performed as in the opening and closing ceremonies of the Olympics in 2012 as an aerialist and acrobat, and I did it in a cast because me and Niall here, who's interviewing me, got roughed up a little bit in London about a week beforehand, and I ended up with a fractured skull and shattered metacarpal in my right thumb, and still managed to do the job, but in a cast. I'll be so surprised, and I don't say this like rhetorically, I actually mean it, like I will be so surprised if none of us go to jail at some point. I wish I was like saying this in jest, but I'm not. Like, I know what you're like, and I'm looking at you two. I know exactly what you're like.
No, we'll be fine. It's more...
And it'll be for all the right reasons.
No, you're not.
We've got to set up a gag if we're like go to pay a bribe, but you pull the bribe out your bum, but a long set of flags come out your bum. Look, I'm not trying to fool you around.
There's 20 in here somewhere.
I think you volunteered yourself for that gag, Alex.
One thing, Niall is always on the fence, so he will never make a decision, and it will be to the detriment to all of us.
Oh, yeah. When have I ever made a bad decision?
When have you ever made a bad decision?
I should never have held on that. Why aren't you wearing pads, mate? Oh, 'cause I'm a kid. Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Shit.
What is my problem with this?
You alright, man?
No, not at all.
What do you reckon's the most important bit of camping gear that you're going to have to bring?
I think we should certainly fill the linings of the doors with flapjack. solid amount of fibre.
Yeah, you need.
I'm not eating. I'm really funny with my food. I get ill, like you as well. Remy, you get very ill very, very easily. I'm
Speak for yourself, mate.
Let's go 4 days.
Have a walk this way.
Just don't eat them.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
problem.
God.
I have, like,
How many times?
I
have you
was
gone?
horribly sick in Amsterdam once.
God, you're always ill. Right?
No, I'm not. I went to
I
Ethiopia.
haven't been
and I was
on a
fine.
trip with you and you haven't been ill.
Well, that's usually from over drinking. I blame you.
I don't drink. So.
Did you get it? Did you come to Morocco?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I'm sure I'd
Morocco.
have shit my ass.
Yeah, Morocco was bad.
Morocco was bad for food.
Wesley had full-on dysentery. Not even joking, mate. He was fucking drinking Dialytes every day for 3 weeks after that.
We woke up in the morning and there's been an attack. It's just Wesley in the toilet.
Boom! BBC
God, Wesley got blown off the toilet by his own shit.
Be around the corner, Wesley slides out on his back. How many of these antics has ended up in hospitalisation? When you were jumping big line over there and you overshot the jump, and the force of the impact of you landing and twisting to your back, instant testicular torsion.
It's now.
Oh. Niall hit his head so hard, his bollocks got in a twist.
For fuck's sake. But I'm all good now. Got a prosthetic bollock.
What place are you looking forward to the most?
What place am I looking forward to the most? I'm looking forward to those moments when you are travelling with a group of your mates and something that you least expect, that you're never going to be able to plan in a million years, brings you all together through a horrible state of events that might be running for the border or trying to sleep in some dodgy area.
What is the most depraved thing you've ever seen your brother Niall do?
Oh, for fuck's sake. These are not stories for the world. In one's life.
Oh, okay, so we went to Morocco recently for a surfing trip, and and we were all one by one getting dodgy bellies from the food out there. We were surfing one day, we were in our wetsuits about to get into the water, and Niall is clutching his stomach and he's thinking, God, I need to take a poo, where do I go? And we're looking around and it was just empty plains. It was the beach and nothingness, except for one little hut in the far distance. And we're butt naked, just in wetsuits. And Niall and I go off there
Niall,
to...
shut up, man. Doing an interview over here.
Damn kids.
Damn kids.
This is a place of work.
I'm trying to tell a story about you.
Taking a poop.
You wonder why I'm trying to ruin it.
So me and my brother Niall, we huddle over to this little shed, and I'm looking for a reasonable place to take a shit, and there's a dugout about 5 foot deep, and I'm quite a tall guy, but I jumped in it and I had my arms on the side and I was setting my own scene. Niall comes over with his wetsuit like this, and he comes round by the side of the building, he's shaking, he's trying to ravel down his wetsuit. At this point he's got sweats, he doesn't care. He looks over to me and screams, "Don't judge me!" And and with an almighty boom, he covered the whole wall in the building with...
Oh, cover the whole wall, yes! Factual information, yet again, Mark's
an explosive array of diarrhea hitting the wall, and it was something that I'll never forget.
What was that now?
Alexander, everything he tells is embellished.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Come on, do it.
If a fly landed on him, it would be the biggest fly you've ever seen in your entire life, and it was landing like...
This, I am not exaggerating, it scarred my eyes. I was politely going about my business in a hole in the ground. Niall was next to some poor family's home, quivering and shaking. Everything that we've done and filmed recently has involved fireworks. Yeah, Dan! Fireworks and pain. I'm sure we'll find some illegal Russian
Mongolia
fireworks.
borders China, and they love illegal fireworks.
And do you remember? It was only just this summer gone when we set that firework show up in the trails, and Dan got set on fire. Oh my God! To the eye.
He got like 3rd-degree burns. It was actually
burns.
quite fucked up, really, to be honest. Like,
it was funny, but then it got really awkward.
it got really bad really quick. I remember him like tearing at his clothes to get them off, and then like holding his jumper up and seeing this glowing hole and seeing straight through his jumper where it had just been incinerated by this explosion.
Lucky.